diversity, equity, and inclusion in education and in the workplace. It's known as DEI. Sometimes you hear DEI initiatives, and it represents an institution, organizations, or entities' commitment to changing the culture to ensuring full participation and consideration of all types of groups. But according to all too many Republican leaders, those DEI initiatives should be illegal. Republican Governor of Texas, Greg Abbott, has signed SB 17 into law. Now, this is a bill that bans DEI offices from state-funded colleges and universities. Yes. It also restricts accounting diversity into hiring decisions. And it even prohibits diversity training unless required by federal law. Texas isn't the first. They're actually the second state to ban DEI offices. Florida was the first. And according to the Best Colleges website, at least 18 other states have introduced similar legislation. So more are expected to follow. Well, we've got somebody who's an expert to discuss this new law. Democratic State Representative Ron Reynolds. He is also the chair of the Texas Legislative Black Caucus. State Representative Reynolds, welcome. Thank you for being here. I want to start our conversation by actually reading a statement from your colleague and the sponsor of this anti-DEI bill, Republican State Senator Brandon Creighton. This is what Creighton said. He says, the days of political oaths, compelled speech, and racial profiling in university hiring are behind us. Moving forward, Texas will prioritize the advancement of the most qualified individuals and endorse policies that promote diversity and equality for our great state. Your response, sir?
Well, Symone, it's great to be on with you. In the spirit of what you do, I'm going to speak truth to power. These are Republican leaders that are using black and brown people as political pawns for the extreme MAGA base. This is a solution in search of a problem. Texas has more African Americans than any other state in the country. They're comfortable with us running footballs and scoring touchdowns on their football fields and slamming basketballs on the court or hurdling and jumping on track and field, but they don't want us in the classroom and in the boardroom. So this is nothing more than extreme partisan politics, and this is what is currently wrong with this country. But this is the post-Trump era that we live in.
You have pointed to the NAACP's travel advisory that they issued about Florida when opposing this legislation. Have you heard from anyone at the NAACP about whether there are similar efforts being considered now that this bill has passed in Texas?
Well, Symone, I love Texas. I'm a proud Texan, but I'm very disappointed with the extreme politicization of this bill and really targeting black and brown and LGBTQ communities. I have spoken with state NAACP President Gary Bledsoe, and him and I sent a joint letter to the NBA, the NFL, and the WNBA saying you might want to reconsider coming to Texas, because if this was before this bill passed, and since this bill passed, we talked, and I told him I think President Johnson needs to do a similar travel advisory for Texas. Texas is on the wrong side of history. They're embracing white supremacy. They're embracing the notion that, it's okay for athletes, but we don't want them in the classroom. We don't want the professors at our colleges and university, and they're doing everything in their power to take us back to dark days. And we stand as we embrace Juneteenth on freedom because of the sacrifices from our ancestors. But these are people that are hell-bent on taking us back. They want to do it through voter suppression and Jim Crow 2.0. And they want to do everything they can to support their extreme MAGA base by disenfranchising black and brown communities.
So I want to just be very clear, Representative, you support a ban on travel advisory, which essentially some have argued the Florida advisory has resulted in instituting a boycott, if you will, of Florida by black people. You support that same protest measure, if you will, in Texas.
Absolutely, Symone. Enough is enough. Enough of being used. Laughing when it's not funny and scratching when it don't itch. It is time to hit them in the pocketbooks. That is the only way that they're going to try to reverse course on some of these policies. Governor Abbott called a special session. We need to have a special session to undo the harm that he's done to black and brown and LGBTQ communities. They're doing everything for these culture wars, but nothing about common sense gun reforms, giving teachers adequate pay, addressing climate change, and so many other issues that most Texans care about. They really seem to only use us as political pawns for their extreme right-wing base. And I hope that the voters of Texas are saying enough is enough. And I do believe it's time for extreme measures, because this is an extreme bill. And I would fully support the NAACP issuing a travel ban to my state until the governor and the lieutenant governor and the Republicans in charge reverse course and stop using Black and brown communities as political pawns. We are not your pawns. We will not lay down and surrender. We need to fight, and we need to continue to speak truth to power so that this doesn't continue to happen on our watch. Our forefathers fought too hard for us to allow them to do it without any kind of repercussions, and now it's time to hit them in the pocketbooks.
Well, State Representative, I think it's safe to say that the Texas Legislative Black Caucus has something to say, sir. You have a message. I know Derek Johnson, the president of the NAACP. I'm going to get him on the line and see what we can find out about a travel advisory. Thank you so much for your time this weekend, and happy Juneteenth to you, sir.
Thank you, Symone. Thank you.